Richard. Oh, wow.
Jada Pinkett Smith recently said that the Oscar slap helped her realize she will never leave Will Smith. "I call it the holy slap now," the actress explained in a new interview. So, what is the truth of this? Join us as we dive into the details of this matter. But before talking about that, first we must discuss Will and Jada's relationship. For starters, Pinkett Smith and her megastar husband Will have been separated since 2016, meaning they were separated when Smith slapped Chris Rock at the 2022 Oscars after Rock cracked jokes at her expense.
G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it, all right? That was a nice one, okay.
To understand the public reaction to these new revelations about the Smiths' marriage, exhaustion, surprise, and exhaustive surprise means understanding Will, Jada, and their combined cultural impact. It also means acknowledging the spotlight and scrutiny that the two faced not just as a premier celebrity couple, but as a black celebrity couple. The two met and began dating around 1995, an era that predates modern celebrity tabloid culture and our heavy social media consumption. Will Smith was on the ascent, transitioning from a TV star and rapper to a bona fide movie star. In 1995, he starred opposite Martin Lawrence in Bad Boys. A year later, he would take a leading role in Independence Day. In 1997, Smith anchored the ultra-successful Men in Black while also releasing his top 10 debut solo album, Big Willie Style. At around the same time, Pinkett was garnering praise for her roles in movies like A Low-Down Dirty Shame, Jason's Lyric, and Set It Off, as well as starring in box office hits like The Nutty Professor. The couple married in 1997. Pinkett Smith welcomed her first son, Jaden Christopher Sire Smith, on July 8, 1998, in a speedy delivery. "The doctor said it would take an hour and a half to deliver him," she told Fit Pregnancy. "I said, oh, it's not going to take that long. I'm too anxious to meet this baby." "It took me 20 minutes to push him out. My mother's a nurse and she was in there with me, and she was amazed." Nearly 2 years later, the Smiths welcomed their daughter, Willow Camille Rain Smith, on October 31, 2000. Smith confirmed his daughter's conception happened on a drunken trip in Mexico on VH1's Dear Mama special. "I'm not going to be silly," Smith said during his opening monologue. "I'm here to honor you. Just watching the piece with the kids, it takes me back to when we made them. Can't help but think about that. It's just amazing. It's like you take Jada Pinkett Smith and an obscure town in Mexico and some tequila and you end up with great kids." After an interview with HuffPost Live on April 3, 2013, Pinkett Smith's comments about her marriage raised a few eyebrows. "I've always told Will, you can do whatever you want as long as you can look at yourself in the mirror and be okay," she said. "Because at the end of the day, Will is his own man. I'm here as his partner, but he is his own man. He has to decide who he wants to be, and that's not for me to do for him. Or vice versa." This caused many people to believe she was admitting to being in an open relationship with Smith. Pinkett Smith would later clarify her statement on her personal Facebook account, opening up her intimate post with the question, "Open marriage? The statement I made in regard to Will can do whatever he wants has illuminated the need to discuss the relationship between trust and love and how they coexist," she wrote. On a revelatory 2020 episode of Red Table Talk,
We specifically never said anything.
Right.
So coming to the table was like, we just felt like it got to the point where you got to say something.
Yeah, and to stop
Pinkett
that.
Smith shared that she was separated from Smith in 2016 and that she and R&B singer August Alsina were involved in a relationship during that period. At the time, she said she and Smith were over. In the episode, Pinkett Smith calmly sat down across from Smith and explained to viewers that Alsina had come into their lives when he was sick and that it felt good to be able to help him. "I just wanted to feel good. It had been so long since I felt good," she told viewers about her relationship with Alsina, whom she had been helping as he struggled with addiction. And it was really a joy to just help heal someone. I think that has a lot to do with my codependency. I definitely realized you can't find happiness outside yourself, Pinkett Smith added. Smith also revealed that during that dark chapter of their marriage, he wasn't sure if they'd ever speak again. However, they persevered after a lot of what Will called therapizing, and Jada faced both the ugly truths about herself and the beautiful ones. We came together young, and we were both broken in our own ways, and to be able to make mistakes without the fear of losing your family is so critical, Will said. Now they have unconditional love for each other, they added. In a revealing interview with GQ in September 2021, Smith told the interviewer that he also had other relationships while Pinkett Smith was dating Alcina. He elaborated on a topic Pinkett Smith has been open about on Red Table Talk. She doesn't necessarily agree with the traditional expectations put on marriage. Jada never believed in conventional marriage. Jada had family members that had an unconventional relationship, he told the publication. So she grew up in a way that was very different than how I grew up. There were significant endless discussions about what is relational perfection? What is the perfect way to interact as a couple? And for the large part of our relationship, monogamy was what we chose, not thinking of monogamy as the only relational perfection. He also spoke about freedom in marriage. We have given each other trust and freedom with the belief that everybody has to find their own way. And marriage for us can't be a prison. And I don't suggest our road for anybody. I don't suggest this road for anybody. But the experiences that the freedoms that we've given one another and the unconditional support, to me, is the highest definition of love. After that, Will released his memoir in November 2021. Now let's talk about the infamous slap and how did it help. What happened? Jada Pinkett Smith is getting candid about Will Smith's infamous Oscar slap, which she's now crediting for helping her realize she will never leave her husband. In a new interview with the Daily Mail's You magazine, the 52-year-old actress explained that Will's decision to slap Chris Rock during the 2022 Academy Awards has earned a new title for her: the Holy Slap. I nearly didn't even attend the Oscars that year, but I'm glad I did, Jada told the outlet. I call it the Holy Slap now because so many positive things came after it. According to Jada, the Oscars controversy, in which the Fresh Prince alum slapped Rock after he made a joke about the actress's appearance during the ceremony, made an impact on their marriage. That moment of the hitting the fan is when you see where you really are, said Jada, who previously revealed that she and Will had been separated for 7 years. After all those years trying to figure out if I would leave Will's side, it took that slap for me to see I will never leave him. She added, "Who knows where our relationship would be if that hadn't happened?" Speaking with People in October for the release of her memoir, Worthy, Jada shared that she initially thought the Academy Awards moment was a skit. Like many people watching the incident unfold on live TV, she didn't believe it was real at first. "I was like, there's no way that Will hit him," she said. "It wasn't until Will started to walk back to his chair that I even realized it wasn't a skit." The first words she uttered to Will once they were alone after the show were, "Are you okay?" "I'm going to be by his side," she added, "but also allow him to have to figure this out for himself." As for Will, the Emancipation star opened up about his adversities of the last couple years last week at the Red Sea International Film Festival in Saudi Arabia. During a conversation in front of an audience, he detailed his relationship with fame. "Fame is a unique monster," Smith said, per a clip shared online by Deadline. "I've had to be really careful. You can't get excited when everybody is saying good things about you, because the more you take when people are saying good things about you, the more hurt you're gonna be when people are saying bad things about you," he added. Smith also explained the importance of being clear about who I am and what I am attempting to do in the world, and not needing others to applaud for me to stay focused on my mission. I'm in the process of perfecting my virtue. I would say the greatest thing that has happened is I have been deeply humbled and deeply inspired to perfect my light, he said. And that's what this next phase of my life is going to be. Perfecting and shining my light as brightly as I can, on as many people as I can. Now, what do you think about all this? And that's it for this video. Please click the like and subscribe buttons down below if you found this interesting. To make sure you don't miss any uploads, tap the bell icon. Share the video with all your friends and family members. Provide all of your feedback in the comments section. We'll see you in the next one.